And now it is time for Rick's Hometown Licks, brought to you by JBL Legends Travel. JBL Legends Travel is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. Only travel with somebody you trust. Reach out to Joe at 732-831-5200. All right, Rick, take it away.
Share of smoky saloons, political rallies that started anew, rock and roll, and I played jazz, blues and ballads, some slow, some fast, a song you'll never hear on the radio. I always like to sing it when it's time to go. Traveling music with some Caribbean soul, a little traveling music when it's time to go. Back of mine Jeep's got a pile of maps, yeah. Tell my neighbors to water the plants. I got some traveling music. Anyway the wind blows. Anyway the wind blows. Oh yeah. Well, I played funk and I played boogie woogie. I had played for beer and I had played for nookie. Played in big halls, yeah, most of them were small. I played for the Pope and I played for last call. Only one song that I wanna hear when it's time to get the hell out of here. Traveling music with some Caribbean soul. A little traveling music when it's time to go. Back of mine Jeep's got a pile of maps, yeah. Tell my neighbors to water the plants. I got some traveling music. Anyway the wind blows. Anyway the wind blows. No. Anyway, baby, anyway the wind blows, yeah. Anyway the wind blows. Sunshine, I sung in the rain. I'll probably be singing and walking with a cane. One day I know I'll have to stop, but then again, I probably not, as long as I've got traveling music with some Caribbean soul. A little traveling music when it's time to go. Back of mine Jeep's got a pile of maps, yeah. Hop in, baby, we'll have a blast. Traveling music. Anyway the wind blows. Anyway the wind blows. No. Anyway, baby, anyway the wind blows, yeah. Anyway the wind blows.
Little traveling music, Don Middlebrook. Happy Sunday, everybody. Stepping in here for Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks. So welcome to Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks, Brought to you by JBL Legends Travel. JBL Legends Travel is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. You can reach out to him at 732-831-5200. And, of course, we only travel and work with people we trust, and you can definitely trust JBL Legends Travel Group. So they are the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio and the travel company for the 3rd annual Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise in Dominican Republic in 2024. So you still got time to sign up for that and be a part of it. We got Ben Edwards. You know, this is kind of, Rick the Sticks Hometown Licks is all about local artists, right? That's what he normally does. And so I called up Ben Edwards, and is a local artist. I mean, real local, like right down the street, right? Wait, let me get you. Let's see here. How about now?
Am I there?
How about now?
There we go. I got a little bit now.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's crazy. One of the stories I absolutely wanted to get in was when I met you.
Oh, really?
So if we got time for that later, let me.
We got plenty of time.
We got time?
We got plenty of time. We got time. But I see, speaking of our sponsor, Joe Leo, he's out there tonight, JBL Legends Travel. And, man, have you ever had your Facebook hacked?
No, I don't have Facebook. So.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That goes back to how we met.
It's a blessing and a curse. I don't know.
I forgot that. That goes back to how we met, because you said you just want to put this. Well, I'll let you tell the story.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're listening to us on the radio, we are streaming live from the JBL Legends Travel Group live cam on YouTube. So you can come over and be part of the chat. If you're listening out on the radio, thank you so much, and we certainly appreciate that. But we're here having some fun, and Ben's in the studio with us, and I thought we'd get caught up with him a little bit and play some music and talk about everything that's going on with him and all of you out there as well. Of course, we had the Sunday show this morning. Later tonight, we've got the Sound Man from Hell coming up with Gary X. So that comes up at 8 o'clock, and that's Key West in your face right there, live from Key West with Gary X. So I see B-Dog is out there. He joined me for the Sunday show this morning. He's been in the hospital and didn't know that he was going to actually make it this morning.
Oh, man. Best wishes to B-Dog.
Yeah. He had a kidney stone.
Oh.
And it's set up with infection, and man, of course, Heather being a nurse, right? They kill you off really quick, and I'm like, listen, he's not dead yet. Let's just wait and see what happens, okay?
Give him another minute. Maybe he'll pull through.
Yeah, I was glad when he walked in this morning. I was like, see, he's going to make it. He's going to make it. He's not dead yet. So,
well, thank God I've never had one, but I have heard stories, man. It sounds brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. I have never had it either, but I've had gout, and gout is like having the worst toothache you ever had in your life in your big toe.
Yeah.
So kidney stones and gout are similar, meaning that you have to figure out what is causing it, and then you don't ever do that again.
Yeah. And you can pull a tooth. You can't pull a big toe.
No, you can't. That's right. You just got to get it out of your system. And it all happened to me on my 50th birthday party out here at the summer party. And they all tell you whenever you're turning 50, like, well, this is it, man. Everything's going to hell, and it's. I woke up the next morning with a gout, and I'm like, damn, I thought I'd have a little more time than the next morning.
It's like flipping a switch, huh?
Yeah.
50, and it's.
Well, it turned out to be a half gallon of what is that? I can't. Fireball.
Oh.
Somebody gave me a shot glass on a necklace and a half a gallon of Fireball. And that's when Fireball was really starting to come out and replacing tequila behind the bar. And damn if we didn't drink it.
Yeah.
And we had barbecue. It was around the 4th of July. So those combinations just... I am 7 years off the Fireball. So I sympathize with what B-Dog's talking about, because you just got to figure out what's affecting you and just don't do it anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, we're going to get the show started, and there's a hippie chick. Maybe we can get her in here. Let's get the show started. We'll come back. We'll get caught up with Ben and play some of his. He's got a brand new tune. What's it called again?
Sweet Susie Soda Pop.
Yeah.
How about that for a title?
How about that? You know, try to come up that with you on your own. You know, we'll talk about how that title came about. But anyway, let's get the show started. Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks. I am the Tiki Man setting in for Rick. He is under the weather. He still has the Key West crud, as it's been called, and lost his voice. So I said, well, you know what the hell? I'll get in here and do the show. But it's all about traveling here with Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks. Happy Sunday, everybody.
It's Joe Leo from the JBL Legends Travel Group, and I'm here to tell you that you're just one call away from anywhere you want to go. That's right, call 732-831-5200 and we'll get you on your way. We specialize in cruises, all-inclusive resorts, and escorted tours for family vacations, group travel, destination weddings, honeymoons, and romantic getaways. We are 5-time winners of the Best Travel Agency Award from Lux Life magazine, and our 5-star Google reviews are second to none. So if you're thinking about a vacation, call us today at 732-831-5200 or check out our website at jbltravelgroup.net.
JBL Legends Travel. Always travel with somebody you can trust. They are one phone call away from anywhere. Reach out to them at 732-831-5200.
Well, it's a long way to Richmond, rolling north on 95, with a redhead riding shotgun and a pistol by my side. Tearing down that highway like a modern day Bonnie and Clyde. We met at a truck stop, Johnson City, Tennessee. I was gassing up my Firebird when I heard her calling me. Said, which way are you headed, boy? Do you need some company? She had me stopping at a Quick Mart before we made it out of town. Next thing she was running at me, telling me to lay that hammer down. 'Cause there's a man right behind me, doing his best to slow me down. Yeah, and it's a long way to Richmond, rolling north on 95, with a redhead riding shotgun and a pistol by my side. Tearing down that highway like a modern day Bonnie and Clyde. Where we pulled up to a motel in the middle of the night. We were counting all the money, smoking stolen Marlboro Lights. Lord, we never saw 'em coming till they read us both our rights. Yeah, and it's a long way to Richmond, rolling north on 95, with a sheriff right beside me, pistol pointed at my side. Whoa, Lord, such a disappointing ending for this modern day Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah.
Hey guys, Ben Edwards here. Listen, if you find yourself cruising the beautiful Tennessee River on my boat, there's only one thing we're going to be listening to, TikiManRadio.com. What could possibly go wrong?
Hey, hey, ain't that a bitch when you find out you're only trailer park rich? Tommy and Jeff, they couldn't agree, so Tommy took off for Tennessee. Jeff, it turns out, is my old man, and he's still down in Alabama. Well, Tommy made it big with Federal Express, then moved on over to the UPS. And when he died, who would believe that he left every dollar that he had to me? So I bought a new truck, I bought a new house, I had some fun till the money run out. Now I'm back where I'll always be, the Pine Hill Trailer Park in East Tennessee. I'm singing, hey, hey, ain't that a bitch when you find out you're only trailer park rich? Hey, hey, ain't that a bitch when you find out you're only trailer park rich? Well, Kaylee McPeters was her last name. She lived in a double wide down by the train. She worked at the Walmart for minimum wage until the night everything changed. She took a sleeping pill, she went off to bed, woke the next morning, a pain in her head. She went to see the doctor, can't remember her name. Doc said the pills put a hole in her brain. So she found an attorney on the internet. She sued the company for what she could get. She went down to Mexico, but now she's back home. It's too hard to travel when your money's all gone. Hey, hey, ain't that a bitch when you find out you're only trailer park rich? Hey, hey, ain't that a bitch when you find out you're only trailer park rich? Trailer park rich now, what's that mean? Not a lick of sense, just a little bit of green. So we party all night till the cows come home, wake the next morning broken alone. Well, there's Andy Summers on the assembly line. He got 50 grand when his daddy died. He had an engine built for his race car. The rest he spent down at the bar. And Heather Williams, my ex-girlfriend, she won the lotto, so she cashed in. She changed her hair, she bought a new dress. The rest went to finance her double-D breast. I'm singing, hey, hey, ain't that a bitch when you find out you're only trailer park rich? Hey, hey, ain't that a bitch when you find out you're only trailer park rich? Well, here I am, still in the Pine Hill Trailer Park. But you know what? I may give old Heather a call, see if she's still around.
I love that, Ben. That's great. Yeah, that's
Mr. Ben Edwards right there, and he is joining us in the studio for Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks. This is Tiki Man.
Awesome.
Obviously, sitting in.
I've always loved that song. It's so funny.
I know it pops up every once in a while in the station, and I'm like, how in the hell did he come up with that song? How in the hell did you come up with that song?
Man, I don't know. You sit down and you write stuff and you try to think of unique ideas, or you try to think, and the more you try, the less it happens.
Yeah.
And then you're driving down the road or you're in the shower. The shower is key. And all of a sudden, you have an idea, and if you don't write it down in that moment, it's gone forever.
Oh, I know.
So I keep something by my bed, because when I'm laying down at night, I always, I'll come up with a line or something. But that was a fun one. That always gets a big reaction.
Yeah.
That always makes me laugh.
She spent the money on her double-D breast. I like that.
There's worse things you can spend money on. So.
Absolutely.
That's true. That's true, man. Ben Edwards back in the studios with us. Been quite some time since we've seen you. Well, not since we've seen you, but since we had you in the studio here.
Yeah.
Have we ever? Yeah, we've had you in the studio.
We have. Yes, we have.
Been in before a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So glad to be back, and hello to all the Tiki Man family. So glad to be here, and look forward to spending the time with you guys.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Listen, I pulled this show out of my ass about 11 o'clock this morning. So. Rick's like, I can't talk, man. I ain't gonna be able to do the show. And I'm like, damn.
I know.
Right.
Well, everybody that went to Key West,
crust,
well, yeah, they all got sick, except for us. We didn't.
Last year, I was sick for 3 months.
Yeah, he came back and he was just miserable for 3 months. He had pneumonia, but I know he had pneumonia, but he never would go to the doctor. So he just, me nursing and him, and I was like, you have pneumonia. And he just wouldn't go.
Well, we got to try every way we can to try to look tough. It's kind of our one trick that we try to pull off.
Yeah. I know.
If I told her the other day, I'm like, listen to me. If I don't get up out of the bed, then I'm really sick. All right,
that's the truth.
If I've got somewhere to go, I'm going to go. I see our producer Monica's out there.
Good evening, Monica. I almost said good morning.
I know. It's so used to saying good morning. Good evening.
Good evening, Monica.
Our producer Monica, who is always listening. Yeah. Good morning to you, or good afternoon, and of course our ambassador Michelle is out there.
That's right.
Joe Leo, B-Dog.
That's right. They are.
If you're listening on the radio for Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks, and you're wondering what in the hell's going on, where the hell is Rick, the one-eyed bandit?
Well, he
he's
is
under the weather.
sick.
Yeah.
He can't speak today because his voice went away.
Yep. So he gave it all he's got, Captain. And so I'm just stepping in here and running the truck. I'm trying to figure out a way to do the show right. I'm like, well, he's a truck driver. There's got to be some truck driving songs. And then I started looking at locals. I thought of you. I'm like, well, we could get Ben in here. We actually mentioned it during the Sunday show.
Yes, we did.
Well, we might call Ben and see if we can get him over here. He's got a brand new song because we were talking. B-Dog said he got a copy of it as well, or got the email.
Yes.
And there's a couple of other local artists like, do you know Mark Austin?
Mark Austin, I don't think so.
Well, he's got a tune out called Lake Days. We're going to play that one. Andrew Dean, of course, local guy.
Yes, we love Andrew Dean.
And let's see here. KB and the Nashville Big Dogs.
All right.
Yeah. And really Mike Nash and Drop Dead Dangerous. Those guys are local. They live in Knoxville, for God's sakes.
I know.
Jack Mosley, we can call him local now. He lives in Spring City.
He does. He is in Spring City now.
So we got a lot of great artists. But right now we want to talk to Ben, and it's kind of interesting story how we did meet. Because now, if you're going to mail Ben a letter,
Here we go.
He's going to get that, and you know what? He'll write you back.
Yeah.
But don't try to find him on Facebook. And I'm surprised he even got my text message earlier. But anyway.
But I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
Thank
I do
you
text.
for
I do text.
He texts, but he just doesn't do social media.
Don't do well.
Hey,
I
listen.
just got Instagram,
Well, that's a start,
so
Ben.
I've
That's
dipped
great.
my toe in the pool of social media.
There you go.
Well, the funny story, go ahead and tell them how we met, and then I'll add my part to it.
So this is okay. So when you're an independent artist, when you write songs or you play, to get somebody to listen at first is next to impossible. So the story is, you can call an independent radio station, you can email them, whatever, you can do whatever, but nobody's really going to listen. So I'm at work and I hear from a friend, oh man, you got to check this out. I know you're into music. Check out tikimanradio.com. So I go, I don't remember if it was on my phone or my desktop, whatever, pull it up, check it out. And I'm listening. I'm like, hey, this is my kind of people. These are my kind of songs. Like, awesome. So I think on the website, is there an email link on your website?
Yep.
I think
There
so.
is.
So I send the email and I'm like, hey, I've just finished a project. I would love for you to consider my songs. And 99 times out of 100, you hear nothing back.
Right.
Or at least that's my experience.
Right.
But all of a sudden, I get an email back, and it's like, sure, It's like, wait, what? So I'm like, okay, great. How do I get you my music? Do I mail it? Do I email it? How do you want, like, what format? How do you want it?
Yeah.
And I think we ended up on going through the mail or something. So I'm like, well, where do I send it? And I get the address, and I'm like,
Wait.
that's literally in my neighborhood.
What about that?
Yeah,
what
just
about that?
But I mean, it also tells you the kind of people you're dealing with here at Tiki Man Radio. Because, like I said, I can't tell you how many other emails were sent.
Sure. Yeah.
And you don't hear anything, or you hear, we don't take unsolicited music. You need a third party in the middle there. So when you're independent, it's tough. So I mean, just a shout out to Tiki Man for saying,
Hey,
sure.
I appreciate it. And who knew you were 2 streets over, or whatever. It's
I know.
half a mile. What is it? Half a mile from here?
I mean, from the last summer party, not this year, the one before, I walked home. That tells you 2 things about that.
Yeah, it's not far. We've ridden our bicycle down there once, and of course,
That was the last time too.
I think that was the last time because the Tiki Man and I are not good we're great with riding bicycles on flat
In
ground,
Key West, all over the island.
all over. But get up these hills.
Hey,
Yeah.
these East Tennessee hills are no joke.
Oh,
Walking,
man.
running, biking, it doesn't matter. It's for real.
Seriously, it is for real.
Our ambassador is listening tonight, and she walked it one time, and she's like, "These hills are no joke."
You'll be burning those quads, those lungs. You'll be burning.
Yeah.
Seriously, do.
But yeah, it was a funny story. I mean, he's like, I give him the address to mail it, and he's just gonna put it, and he puts it in my mailbox.
Yeah.
He just puts it in the mailbox.
Yeah, why not?
So I go out and get
Save
it.
a state.
And gosh, I mean, that's probably been
Probably about 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago, because I know you've been here for the Chris Bellamy House concert.
Oh, man.
And you've been to Summer Party.
Yep.
I can't remember what else. I mean, we've had a lot of stuff. Slayton Dooley playing here. We've had a lot of local artists. And, back to what you said, it's just as hard for an independent radio station to keep up with all those emails, because I get a ton of them. I'm telling you right now, I don't know, like ISSA, International Singer-Songwriter Association, I don't know if they just send emails to the entire directory, because I'll get some stuff and I'm like, this doesn't even this doesn't match our. At least you checked it out before you sent it,
Yeah.
But it's still time consuming to go through all that. But you got to walk the talk too. If you're going to say you're going to support independent artists, you got to take the time to listen.
Yeah, and I think that's why what I would say to folks is, if you like this, if this resonates with you, if you feel some kind of connection. I mean, not to turn it into commercial, but use these sponsors. These folks have good products. They have good relationships, and it benefits everybody. It keeps music that you like, being created. And so, you got to support the things you care about, the things you love. And music, what better? I mean,
There's nothing better than music.
literally from the voice of God to straight to your heart, So, I mean.
That's right.
That is so true.
Yeah. Sorry, that's it. That's my last commercial. I just.
I love it.
I appreciate it, because
We appreciate it, Ben.
the reason we're here right now at this moment in time is because of our sponsors, JBL Legend Travel. And
We love our sponsors, and we definitely love JBL Legends Travel for sure. Because we go everywhere with Joe. And
Yeah.
he's a singer himself. Joe, who owns JBL.
Yeah.
He does they do this whole thing, like, kind of like the Jersey Boys, they do a harmony thing. It is amazing. He can sing.
he can sing.
He can sing like, Frank Sinatra's style songs. It's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. Yeah, it's fun to watch him.
We were down in Jamaica, and
Was it Jamaica or was it Mexico?
it's Jamaica.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was Jamaica. He was on stage.
And our room was all the way at the end of the resort. And
He was on
stage,
stage.
and you could hear him all the way down
yeah.
on stage doing his thing. So
And he got a standing ovation, and everybody was like, wow, that's awesome. You did amazing. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
he's-
cool.
He was good.
All right, so you got a brand new tune out. Now,
do.
this one is a different vibe. This
Yeah.
is different. Me and B-Dog were talking about it during the Sunday show this morning, that it's a little different feel for you. So tell us a little bit about it, or how about this? Let's play it, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, it's called Sweet Susie Soda Pop.
You got it.
All right.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah. I'm talking about how the hell he comes up with these crazy names and stuff.
I like it.
Let's see if I can play it.
Sweet Susie Soda Pop never missed a jam. She's a money-making misfit, doesn't need it. Calypso keep the caffeine kitty, leaves it on the floor. Can't seem to get it right, always wanting more. Well, trouble showed up Friday night, where do I begin? Soda Pop saw Keith with her best friend. But you know Keith, he tried to lie, he said it wasn't him. Soda Pop too smart for that, said you ain't got a twin. And Soda Pop is living high way down in the Keys, while Calypso Keith has drowned in the seas. It all goes to show how tough this life can be. It don't matter if you're born a Smith or a Kennedy. It's all the same, really. Everybody just gets one turn.
All right, there we are. Let me see if I can get back here. Hold on, I'll get your microphone up there. Let's see here. Hold on a minute. There we go. There we go.
Yay!
All right, I should be back now. Let's get the cameras on there. So completely different vibe.
Yeah.
I like it.
Now, Soda Pop ends up in Key West.
She does.
Yeah, I caught that part. Tell us a little bit about this crazy song.
Well, it's like you said, it's completely different. So I guess I kind of grew up in the 90s, you
The
know.
grunge rock.
Yeah. So those
Love that.
and I never play with that much drive on my guitar, but
I was thinking that when I was listening.
I
was
usually
like,
play
yeah.
super clean. But anyway, I had that really
No, I
really
love
chunky
that.
distortion on the guitar one night and was just goofing off, and I just came up with those couple chords that are super simple, but the groove of it felt like it was hitting something, and I don't know why, because there's nothing to it. It's just two chords, simple as you can make it. But I felt that, you know, kind of connected with something, and started writing from there. So just had that part and started trying to get creative and think. And my sister was telling me about a friend of hers who had just joined.
This is interesting. Listen to this. We're going to talk about it.
So she had just joined, a friend of my sister, the which I didn't even know was a thing anymore, the Chattanooga Roller Girls. It's like a roller derby.
The roller derby.
Well, it's still going. They have it.
Really?
Did you know that?
I had a friend that used to be in the roller derby. I used to work with her in the ER.
Well, I'm not talking about 1974, okay?
No,
I'm talking about right now.
No, I used to work with her in the ER, so it wasn't that long ago. And,
Wow.
But,
The roller derby?
yeah.
You know, where they sling each other over
Yeah,
the...
they're serious. Them girls will beat you. They're serious.
It's brutal.
It is brutal. They will be, well, and this particular girl that I knew, now she was funny, but she was a bruiser.
Yeah.
She's a big old girl. she was serious too. Yeah.
Well, it's still a thing. It's still going on.
I didn't
and
know.
so
It was
So
still
she
going
joined
on.
it.
she joined it, and then in my head, for some reason, I just had that Sweet Susie Soda
badass.
Pop, the alliteration. Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and so that went together in my mind. I put that chunky guitar part, and then this idea of the roller derby girls, and it went from there. I called some some buddies. It helps to have super talented friends, as we've already talked about.
Right.
Called some buddies, and Josh Alexander laid down the drums, Drew Ellis on the bass, Adam Sartain played the lead guitar on it, and we made a night of it, and came up with that. And then I did some finishing touches and got it all put together.
I love it. That's awesome. How funny! I did not know that. I knew my friend that I worked with. She was, but I thought it kind of disbanded for a while. But it's still going.
It's still going, yeah.
I had no idea.
Everybody ought to check it out.
Yeah,
they got a
them
website.
girls are brutal. They're serious about their
Yeah, there's no joke to it.
Well, we were talking. Ben and I were talking outside that what was it? The Wide World of Sports.
Yeah.
Right. And they would have the agony of defeat, right? And they'd have the skier coming down and crashing and whatever, and they'd just show clips of different sports, and eventually they'd show the roller derby girls, and they would just, and they would sling each other over the railing.
Yeah, they're serious.
Yeah.
That's probably why she worked at the ER, so she could just finish her shift, get beat up, and come right back and get fixed up.
Exactly.
They pay the price. I mean, that's
they really do.
They're legit, no doubt.
They are legit.
Well, so we are. This is Rick the Sticks Hometown Licks, by the way, and we are streaming live on the first time ever, the JBL Legends Travel Group live cam.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
And if you're listening to us on the radio, you can come over and join us on YouTube as well, or you can just listen on the radio. But all this is brought to you by JBL Legends Travel Group. You can reach out to them at 732-831-5200. And always travel with somebody you trust. Now, we talked about this guy earlier, Mark Austin. He is a local Chattanooga boy. We're going to get back to you as well. So, but this one's called Lake Days. And I was thinking about you after we were texting back and forth and you were coming down. I was going to play this for you and see if you recognize it or if you know the guy or whatever. But it's a pretty cool song for a lot of people out there, like Crown Point, Indiana, the Paradise Way Tiki Bar, and
they're right on the lake.
Yeah, right on the lake. A lot of people live on the lake. So here we go.
Eats up, drinks down, walks a lot from all around, and we haven't even left the dock. The sun sets, moon shines, jumping in day or night. We won't ever even need a clock. Living up the leg days. I got a little swag going on. Could be the drinks in my hand or them both ways. Yeah, yeah. Not a care in the world once the motor hits the water. Get a little loose, let the water be my muse. Float around, getting kissed by the sun till the end of the leg days. I'm soaking in a lake days. Glassy top, ball, live skiers first to take a dip. At night I'm sleeping in way past 10. Stay cool, hold tight. If the bobber takes a dive, doesn't matter if you boat or swim. Living up the leg days. I got a little swag going on. Could be the drinks in my hand or them both ways. Yeah, yeah. Not a care in the world once the motor hits the water. Get a little loose, let the water be my muse. Float around, getting kissed by the sun till the end of the leg day. I'm soaking in a lake days. Already thinking about the next weekend down. Woke up, living up the leg day. I got a little swag going on. Could be the drinks in my hand or them both ways. Yeah, yeah. Not a care in the world once the motor hits the water. Get a little loose, let the water be my muse. Float around, getting kissed by the sun till the end of the leg day. I'm soaking in a lake days.
All right, so I was requested to play this song. I don't play this out in public very often. I'm just gonna say this is a semi-true story. Well, this is a story my mother told me. This is a predicament song. It was Friday night. I was feeling low. Thought I'd feel better with a little bit of smoke. My stash was dry as it had ever been. All I had left was seeds and stems. Seeds and stems, that's all I got. I wish I knew I smoked up all of my pot. I could call my brother, he's got a friend. All I got left is seeds and stems. So I buzzed my brother, I said I'm on my way. He said, man, I ain't seen that boy in 38 days. No, I wouldn't lie to you, 'cause you're my kin. Brother, all I got around here is seeds and stems. Seeds and stems, that's all I got. My brother's wife, they done smoked up all of his pot. I can call my folks, but I hate to barge in. All I got left is seeds and stems. Pick it in, all right. I said, hey, Dad, what's going on? He said, we just sitting around the house getting stoned. But that was the last of it. Now the pickings are slim. All we got left now is seeds and stems. Seeds and stems, that's all we got. If I know Mom, she baked up all of Dad's pot. I'm starting to think I need more friends. All I got left is seeds and stems. Everybody help us out. Seeds and stems, that's all we got. I wish I knew who smoked up all of my pot. My party's over before it begins. All I got left is seeds and stems. Yeah, all I got left is seeds and stems. Thank you.
Sometimes she needs to disappear when there's too much on her mind. Wait to get away from here, but she won't be hard to find. Go on and put a map in your hand, draw a line to the sand. That's a weary woman's wonderland. You can find her on a beach somewhere, breezes blowing through her hair, cold tequila on her lips, all the lime in the air, Instagram her toes in the sand, working on a 2-day tan. Umbrella in a chair, you can find her there, chilling on a beach somewhere. You can find her on a beach somewhere. She doesn't even hesitate, book a flight and then she's there. Yeah, work is gonna have to wait, she can feel it in the air. Down to the Gulf of Mexico, her GPS will show she's where the coconut and palm trees grow. You can find her on a beach somewhere, breezes blowing through her hair, cold tequila on her lips, all the lime in the air, Instagram her toes in the sand, working on a a 2-day tan. Umbrella and a chair, you can find her there, chilling on a beach somewhere. Yeah, you can find her on a beach somewhere. Always sends a postcard, the same one every year, that says, hey y'all, wish you were here. That's right. You can find her on a beach somewhere, breezes blowing through her hair, where the surf meets the sky, watching the world go by, chilling on the beach somewhere. She'll be dancing to some Buffett somewhere, living easy like she just don't care. You can find her on a beach somewhere.
That is Robert Abernathy. He's
Oh,
from
I remember him.
Yeah, Northern Alabama.
That's right.
Had him on the show before, and then right before that, Danny Rosado with Seeds and Stems.
I love it. That's one of my favorite songs he does, you know.
To my knowledge, that's the only recording of that song, which was done the second annual. That was done at the Tiki House for the second annual Tiki Man Radio
Yeah,
Songwriter
to my
Showcase.
knowledge, that is it too. Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't even like a real recording. We just recorded it.
Well, we recorded the show all the time back then,
Right.
and that was way before.
I mean, it wasn't produced, is what I'm saying.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that was before we even did television like we're doing now.
Yeah. Now that was before when we were just on
Yeah.
the radio.
The longer I do radio, the more it turns into television.
Exactly.
And,
that is all you're doing, sir.
I know. I'm a very ambitious kind of feller, but
I think you are.
Mark Austin before that, local Chattanooga boys. So all of those local artists here around us. That's the cool thing about being in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Is that we are centrally located for people from Nashville, Atlanta, Knoxville, Huntsville, and a lot of them come to Chattanooga to practice their art. So back to what Ben was talking about as far as independent artists, I mean, I wish we had a bigger foothold on the local artists in town. I mean, I've invited, I don't know how many of them out here. But Rick Russian, that was another
I
one.
love
Oh,
Rick
yeah.
Rushing.
Yeah.
He is amazing blues artist.
Yeah, he's been in the studio, and he did a house concert here one Friday night before the summer party.
And our microphone, or no, it wasn't it was our PA system.
Our PA system, so he used a bullhorn, and he had a full band.
And he had other
Wow.
amps and stuff.
I don't
so-
know why. I still don't know why he couldn't use one of those amps, but
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. They were rocking anyway.
he says, "I'm in the chocolate bar, and the only thing chocolate here is me."
He's so funny, but yeah,
And he's about 7 foot tall.
It's a
He
big
is.
fella.
Yeah, big old guy, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was really funny. But I tried to invite him back out to play the summer party in 2024, and man, those boys are wanting a lot of money now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're busy.
Yeah, I'm
They're
like, well,
busy now.
that's way out of our reach, brother. I hope to see you down the road.
Man, good for him. Yeah.
You know,
That's great.
Well, they played Riverbend, and did you know they're not doing Riverbend next year?
I heard that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard that. They just stopped it.
Well, they've screwed it up enough. Maybe they, you know, because
Well,
they had
there's-
it down to like a 2-day event now.
Yeah,
used
it
to be
just
all
kept
week.
getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
You could kind of feel it coming when it was just going to be the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's sad because I remember when Riverbend first started, and man, we have seen so many great acts there. I saw B.B. King down at Riverbend. I saw the band Chicago down there. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
There's so many. I can't
I
even
saw
name them
James
all.
Brown.
James
there.
Brown, yeah.
Travis Tritt was there. Charlie Daniels band
Charles
was there.
Daniels. Dwight Yoakam was there one year. And this was way back way back. I can't even remember them all.
So you're on Instagram now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very proud of you for that.
Oh, yeah. It's
very
a big
proud.
step for me.
Well, the funny thing about that whole story is he's trying to figure out a way to get his music out, and
Yeah.
he's not on any social media whatsoever.
And completely inept at digital.
Yeah. Well, I got to give B-Dog a lot of credit for this because he kind of dabbled into the whole TikTok thing. That's really where you need to get on is TikTok.
Well,
That must be-
apparently TikTok, you know, there's a lot of musicians out there that do these short little clips and they get recognized, like, you know, just by regular people all day long. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You know, I guess the old style of, you know, you go out and you just work your fingers to the bone and you play shows. And I mean, those days are gone. All you need is successful social media and people, you'll find an audience.
That's right.
Well, TikTok in particular, I mean, because that's what it basically is. And really, a lot of that comes out of the fact that our attention span
Oh, man.
is down to like 26 seconds
No
or
joke.
something like that. That's how come reels have been developed. And even
they're short.
YouTube, even YouTube has changed their monetization policies from subscribers to reels and shorts and things of that nature because people's attention span. So TikTok is really, you know, those short videos and people just being stupid and all that stuff. But I got to give Big Dog a lot of credit. They found a lot of artists on TikTok that they actually brought in here and had interviews with.
I mean, it's like anything else. It's a tool. If you know how to use it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I need somebody to come alongside me and help me learn how to use that tool.
I know.
So I'm writing this book, and I always tell every artist I talk to, I'm writing this
here we
book called Let's Do Me First.
Fair enough.
Now, listen, you have a hell of an imagination, right?
Okay.
Now, everybody thinks I'm talking some kind of sexual thing when I say let's do me first, but it's really about, you're always working 40 hours a week and everybody else is on vacation or, it's about moving yourself to the front of the line, basically. Let's do me first kind of thing. Stick that in the back of your mind and think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and start writing a song, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm with you. I wrote a children's book when I was in Key West.
He did. Oh my goodness! About
Like this last time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
Chirpy.
And I got Chirpy's Soaring Journey is
Yeah.
the name of the book. And I understand what you're talking about. When that thought hits your head, you have to get it written down immediately.
If you don't,
And
it goes.
I put the whole thing in my phone. I had a speaker thing in my phone. And I put the whole thing in my phone, the general idea of it. And then when I got back, that's exactly what I did. I worked on that book for the following week and got it in print. And so we're waiting for it to come back from the publisher now. But I understand what you're saying. You gotta write it down or it's gone.
Yeah. Creativity fascinates me. I was listening to, I think it was, I don't remember where I heard it, but it was Bob Dylan talking about writing his early songs.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was basically saying, where does it come from? And Dylan has no idea. He was
Right.
like, and he started reciting his lyrics. He was like, how did I write that? Like, you tell me. I don't know. But
I know where it comes
it's something
from.
special, and I think it's divine. I
It is
think
divine.
I don't have thoughts that are clever. I think it's got to come from outside of us, and I think you got to be open and you got to be ready to capture it. So if you're open,
Yeah.
and you have an ability in your phone or just write it down, some way to capture it, I think creativity. Everybody, whether they want to admit it or is creative, and a lot of people don't know that. But even
Sure.
just the clothes you wear, everything, every choice you make. It comes, from somewhere. And
Absolutely.
so we all have creativity. You just got to be ready to grab it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of songwriters out there that don't even know they're songwriters
Yeah.
and book writers. And there's a lot of people also sitting around, one of these days I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Right.
Yeah.
And you really have to. And the whole thing behind this book is that, nothing changes until you do. And that's the whole point of that, So I understand what you were talking about earlier about, you got a little pad next to the nightstand, and most songwriters have some kind of form of some way or another that where a song will come into, and you can sit down and say, okay, I'm going to write a song today and waste all day.
It never happens that way, in my experience.
Yeah. It's the same way with, writing short stories or whatever. You can kind of come up with an idea or whatever, but it never really happens that way. And then you'll leave and you'll go down to the store and somebody will say the most clever thing, and then boom, that's the hook you're looking for.
I was listening to a podcast this morning, and it was William Shatner.
I love William Shatner.
He was telling some story about buying this horse, and I got a song idea out of it, and it's just basically framework that I've already got for it. But I already know there's a good song in there, and the title's going to be "I Bought a Horse."
Yeah,
and it's like that. Just for some reason, that stuck in there, and something at some point will come out of it. Now, I also have songs that I started 20 years ago.
Sure.
That are still just concepts, So
yeah.
But you never know. You just got to be ready, I think, for creativity, and it doesn't matter if it's books, songs. There's so many different things, but if you're ready and open, it'll find you sooner or later. And
it's so amazing because I've interviewed a lot of artists who have told me that they'll be looking for something in a drawer and find a song they wrote 10 years ago, and forgot about it, and go back and revisit, and it was like they were right back there, But it's an interesting thing, creativity and what you do with it, and listening to a podcast or always trying to broaden your thoughts. I know the hippie chick does a lot of that with podcasts and stuff.
I listen to a lot of podcasts like all day long.
Man, you get one shot at life, and you better take it serious, and you better give it everything you got, because there's no redo. And if you do it right, once is enough.
That's right.
But man, just be ready. Be ready, because here it comes.
Yeah. Speaking of which, if you're thinking about taking a trip, quit putting it off, okay? Reach out to JBL Legends JBL Travel Group, and 732-831-5200, and they will make your travel dreams come true. They've certainly, when I came up with the idea of doing the Escape to Paradise, that all came out of working out here on the deck during the pandemic when the world was shut down, and I felt like sooner or later the world was going to open back up and we were going to go places. And now we're working on our third year of doing that.
And Joe has been with us every time.
He has. And that's one of the things about Joe that a lot of people don't realize why he is successful that he is because not only anybody can say, yeah, I can book you a trip to, Aruba. But he's going to tell you, listen, this is where we go. This is where we stay. I've sent a lot of people to this resort. I've been there myself, or I've been on this cruise ship, or I've been on that cruise ship, or I've been to, this part of Jamaica. And, so when we're talking about different islands to island hop to, he knows where to go. And that's why I always say, only travel with people you trust. So JBL Legends Travel Group, 732-831-5200. And we're going to go ahead and replay the JBL Legends Travel Minute. Here we go.
And now, Tiki Man Radio is proud to present the JBL Legends Travel Moment with Joe Leo. Take it away, Joe.
Buddy, good morning. It's Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. And this week I want to talk about something we talked about way back a couple of months ago. I want to talk about passports. But before I do that, I want to talk about security on your Facebook pages. I ran into a situation this week, and some of you might have realized it, that my business Facebook page was hacked. And as a result of that, they got into my personal Facebook page, my Instagram account, and I was out of commission for a couple of days. In addition, what they did was I have an ad account set up where I can run like boosted posts and things like that. And they ran some ads for themselves and charged my credit card. So I solved that problem really quick, called the bank, got in touch with PayPal, had those charges reversed. They tell you that you need to have two-factor authentication on your Facebook page and your Instagram pages. I had that, and somehow they got in there and they disabled it. So now what I did is you go through a security check with Facebook, you have the two-factor authentication, and you also have it send you a text message so that if somebody does get in there, you'll know. Anyway, I got my personal page back. I still haven't gotten my business page back, so I did set up a separate one. So if you're looking for me, it's a JBL Travel Group. The old one, JBL Legends Travel, we are still in the process of, we're in a dispute with Facebook over that because it takes a little time to regain your administrative rights because they took you off the page. So if you have Facebook pages, which I know most of you do, make sure that you have a great security system set up, two-factor authentication, and also some kind of a text message or PIN number or some sort. Go into the safety and security section of Facebook and make sure you have 2 or 3 different things set up. So if somebody does go in, you're going to know right away. All right. So I want to talk about passports because I had a couple of situations this week. I had a couple traveling with a young child to Nassau in the Bahamas, and mom and dad checked their passport, and of course their passports were good, and she just assumed that her daughter's was, not realizing that a child's passport is not valid for 10 years, it's only valid for 5. So now here we are 3 or 4 days before the time of their trip, and I had to go and jump through some hoops and get their trip postponed for a couple of months so that they can get their daughter's passport removed. So please, 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 please check your passports. Don't assume that they're still valid. That's number one. Number two, most countries require that your passport be valid for 6 months after the date you return. Now, there are a couple of countries that'll accept it as long as it's valid during the time that you're traveling. But most countries, when you travel outside the United States, require at least 6 months, that it be valid for at least 6 months beyond your dates of travel. So the date of return, at least 6 months. So please check your passports, make sure that they're good before you're going to set out on a vacation, because unfortunately, even if you have travel insurance, having a passport that's expired is not an acceptable reason to put in a claim with the travel insurance to get your money back. So that's one of the things, and I've started to double and triple check with everybody when they're placing their orders with me for a vacation. Please pull your passport out. Let's look at it right now, or send me a copy of it, and let's make sure that it's not going to expire or has expired, etc. So that was my little passport minute for today and my Facebook hack minute for today. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend. This has been Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Joe. Always travel with someone you trust. JBL Legends Travel and Joe Leo. Reach out to him at 732-831-5200. The official travel company of Tiki Man Radio.
Look upon a mountain, waiting on a train. Maybe I know it's wrong, and it's still happening again. Waiting on my destiny, looking for my abilities. Take your own eyes off of me, look upon a journey and see. Driving towards the daylight, running from the midnight, trying to get my way home. Running from the spotlight, trying to find the daylight, trying to get my way home. Rusty strings on my old guitar speaks volumes of who you are. Where did you go? Always will be story
driving towards the daylight, running from the midnight, trying to get my way home. Running from the spotlight, trying to find the daylight, trying to get my way home. Driving towards the daylight, running from the midnight, trying to get my way home. Running from the spotlight, trying to find the daylight, trying to get my way home. Chunka! Thank you.
Everybody knew it was bound to happen one day. Another breakthrough with the twinkle of an eye. Scholars scratched their head, always looking for a new way. Pondered their options, then looked up to the sky. No, no, nothing lasts forever. Nothing says goodbye like a ticket in your hand. Whoa, they say progress makes us better. Time ain't standing still for any man. All aboard, last train to Kitty Hawk. Yesterday's taking off, tomorrow's gonna fly. I guess someday they'll close down this station, ride around in motor cars and never take the train. Always be new ways to reach our destination. When we're done with taxi cabs, we'll fly in jet airplanes. No, no, nothing lasts forever. Nothing says goodbye like a ticket in your hand. Whoa, they say progress makes us better. Time ain't standing still for any man. All aboard, last train to Kitty Hawk. Yesterday's taking off, tomorrow's gonna fly. Time to spread our wings and fly. Now the brothers say the wind is right. Don't get left behind. All aboard, last train to Kitty Hawk. Yesterday's taking off, tomorrow's gonna fly. All aboard, last train to Kitty Hawk. All aboard.
All aboard. That is Tall Paul, local Tennessee boy. Lived right up here in Knoxville for years. Lives outside of Nashville now. And last train to Kitty Hawk.
Man, shout out to that dobro player. How
Oh,
about
I'm
that?
telling you. Isn't that beautiful?
That was awesome.
Yeah. It's
Really
beautiful.
good.
You got big plans for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we got both sets of family in town. It's a miserable day. So we do a monster lunch at her family's house.
Yeah.
And then about 4 hours later, we do a monster dinner at my family's house. And by the end of it, I mean, it's just over.
You know,
I bet you can't even. Yeah.
my dad used to call what is this, another drive-by? How long you going to be here?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've got your plate already covered up with tinfoil. Just go ahead and get the hell out of here. But I see Mo is out there.
Yes, we
Patty.
got Mo, Patty, the ambassador of all great things. We got Monica, our producer, who is always
listening. That's right.
We've got, let's see who else we got here. We got B-Dog is out there. We got Joe with JBL Legends Travel or JBL Travel Group.
It's kind of, we're going through an identity crisis right now.
Yeah,
but
JBL
all you
Travel
need to
Group.
know is to call 732-831-5200.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and thank you everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, and if you are listening on the radio, we are also streaming live on the JBL Travel Group live cam on YouTube.
That's right.
Sitting in for Rick, who is under the weather tonight. Still got the Key West crud. We got Ben Edwards, local artist, and when I mean local, I'm talking like right down the street.
Like less than a mile away.
In the studio with us. He had a new tune we played earlier. We played
It was great.
his trailer park. I call it the trailer park, but what's it called? It's
No, that's
Yeah, Trailer Park Rich was the first one.
yeah, that's it. Trailer Park Ridge.
The new one is Sweet Susie Soda Pop. So
Sweet Susie
that ought to
Soda Pop.
stick in somebody's mind. And you can find it on Spotify.
Susie Soda Pop.
That's
You can
right.
find it on YouTube, all the
Yeah.
streaming services. So, man, I would obviously appreciate any support that anybody wanted to find it there and support me. It's
Yeah.
what keeps it all going.
Oh, and shout out to Rick's family who is listening on the radio.
Oh, well, good morning or good afternoon. I always like to say good morning. My goal, I tell everybody my goals now. So my goal is to retire in about 4.5 years, okay, from everything else.
So he can just do radio full time.
And I want to get back to doing, years ago, I'd do a morning show. And I want to get back to doing a morning show. I don't know if I do it every morning or not, but, from about 7 in the morning to 10, something like that in the morning time, and kick off the day and that kind of thing, So
Yeah, that sounds
that's
fun.
my goal.
Yeah, and then you got your afternoon for writing books and
There you go.
doing
There
that
you go.
creativity process. So
Now, I'm going to have to build me a little cabin down here in the woods so I can get away from everybody else so I can
You
do my
said you were
writing.
going to
Yeah.
build a tree house with a little gangplank going out to
Yeah.
from the Tiki Bar.
I'm thinking like Swiss Family Robinson's treehouse.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
That. That's my favorite.
Yeah, who knows?
It's good to have goals.
Well,
Yeah.
it is good to have goals. And I think, speaking of which, New Year's Eve coming up, you guys need to come to the New Year's Eve party.
We do, yeah.
It'll be fun.
We'll get a babysitter and
Yes.
That'll be our 21st annual Tiki Bar New Year's Eve party. And
that's always a good time.
a fan favorite is what we call the F bucket.
Yes.
Yeah, don't say the word. Yeah, that's a fan favorite around here.
And it's in that closet right there, and it still has dollar bills and things from last year, in there, But it's kind of a myth of mine. I don't know if it's a myth. I think it's a real thing that, you
write it down, you pay $1, and you get rid of it.
And it's the best dollar you'll
Yeah.
ever spend.
That's right.
You move
get
on
rid
in the
of
new year without that.
That's
junk.
right.
That
You know?
stuff.
Yeah.
And the next time they, whoever or whatever this problem is that you're trying to get rid of, and you're putting it in the F bucket, the next time it comes up, you say, "Stop right there! I've already put you in the F bucket. I'm done,"
I
and just
paid.
walk away.
Yeah. So my question
And they'll be
is,
like, "What the hell?"
what happens to all the? Do you burn all the papers? Where do they ultimately go? Trash, burn?
We bury them in the backyard.
Okay. Yeah. and they're dealt with. They're done.
They're done.
It's over.
They're done.
I actually have another thing like that, similar to that I do in the fall and get rid of those kind of things, and I burn them,
Yeah.
and then they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
you
fun.
write it down and then
Write
burn
it
the
down
paper.
and burn
okay.
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've done that before, not like on any consistent basis, but I've had ideas that I need a clean break from this. Like, how do we move on?
How do
Yeah.
we move on? Yeah, and I burn them, and then I sprinkle the ashes in my garden
Yeah.
because
Oh. See what grows from it.
ashes is really good for your garden to grow anyway. So
Yeah. Beauty from ashes. Yeah.
that's right.
I like it.
See, if you were on Facebook, you'd see my morning
Oh,
post
man.
that I post every morning. I do short stories every morning.
Yeah. Every morning?
Every morning. Well, I don't do it on the weekend.
No, yeah, but it's on Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yeah,
So
he does little short.
You'll never see it. I've only been doing it for 10 years. So.
He does little short stories.
I bet
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
they are. Everybody, lots of people like it and
yeah.
chime in
It's a
every
good way
morning.
to, you got to throw some positivity out to the world.
Man, you've got to.
I mean, it's crazy as hell,
Yeah.
But yeah, so sounds like your Thanksgiving's going to be pretty busy.
We're going to be busy, yeah. And I've got another song I'm hoping to get finished by the end of the year. So, the holidays are busy anyway, and you try to throw other stuff into it and work and family. But yeah, we should have one more that I can get finished up. We've got everything, all the tracking's done, all the mixing done. It's got to be mastered and finish the artwork. So that's going to be called All Summer Long.
Oh, nice.
And put it out here in the dead of winter. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
I think that's great.
Well, we tried to tell people all year long about Key West, and we would say, for a lot of people, the reason they go to Key West, the traditional, what is called traditionally Trop Rock Week, is because it's the last glimpse of summer for a lot of people. They go back and there's snow on the ground, and it's dark outside at 5 o'clock, and then you're in what I call hibernation weather for the next 3 months. And so people love to go down to Key West. It's 85 degrees, and this year it was a little cooler, which was nice.
It was.
Yeah.
It was very nice. We
Yeah.
weren't just like pouring sweat, but ooh, that water was a little chilly.
The water was a little chilly, but once you got in it, it's fine,
Yeah.
But we had a good time.
But that sunshine does something good. I know there's a thing you can get, like a depression of if you're not getting enough sunlight.
I have one upstairs.
Like
It's called a sad light.
Yeah.
Or
Seasonal affective disorder.
yeah.
Where your brain needs that sunlight to.
I
I
know
don't know
mine
what it
does.
does.
I am,
but I know it
am one
helps.
of those people. I
Yeah,
am
me
so
too.
one of those people.
Me too.
And
The
I
winter
have
blues.
to have a lot of light.
It's real.
It is so real. Have to have the light.
Yeah.
I don't like the darkness.
You read with it, like that special light you read with? Or?
So what I do is it's a full spectrum light. It just sit it on my
Yeah.
desk while I'm working during the day, and it just shines.
Yeah.
Especially in the darkest winter months, it just shines at you, and you get that in your eyes, and it helps a lot.
Changes everything.
Yeah, it changes a lot. You can actually buy. They're expensive, but you can actually buy full spectrum light bulbs online for your whole entire house. But it is like daylight.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people like their whole house
It's
to
like
be
a tanning bed. Your whole house is like a tanning bed.
It's like full spectrum.
That's a little too much,
It's a little much, but if you can,
Yeah.
they've got all these. Some people call them, market them as happy lights, but some people market them as sad, SAD lights for the seasonal affective disorder. But
I'll be damned.
yeah,
Yeah, that's too much. If your brain gets sunburned, that's too much sun. But
you don't get sunburn from these.
The things you learn on Tiki Man Radio.
I know. Yeah, you never know what you're going to hear. David Brown is a local artist here in Chattanooga. Been playing here for years. David Brown and the Beaters. I don't know if you
Oh
heard of
yes, I love those guys.
Yeah. Well, they have another band called KB and the Nashville Big Dogs, right? So they rolled in here. Now, we used to have a smaller studio over here, and it's about the size of a closet, and I was the only one in it. And we had a table that we put on the outside, and I had microphone things you plug in the wall, and everybody just sat outside, and I was inside the booth forever and a day. So these guys came in one day, and we had a sponsor called Tanya's Pub over in Hickson.
Oh, yeah. I know
And,
Tanya's.
Yeah, and so we met these guys over there, and they came over to the Sunday show, and they wrote this song called the Tiki Man song, and we're going to play another one of their tunes called the Nashville Blues. But KB and the Nashville Big Dogs, and we have
I love those guys.
we actually have the lyrics of the song that they signed. It's over there in one of the photographs on
It
the
is.
wall. But
This was a great song.
yeah, here we go.
When the Tiki Man plays my favorite song, I can go to the Bahamas and never leave home. That's where I wanna be. I can almost touch the sea at a little cafe down by the beach. Never too far, but never out of reach when I sing along to my favorite song. I got the water, the sun and the sand, a cold margarita in my hand. I go there every time I can to have fun with my friends down by the ocean, down by the ocean. Just close your eyes and go down to the ocean, hear what the radio has to play. Just close your eyes and go down to the ocean and let the Tiki Man take you away. Like a tidal wave, I wave goodbye, laying back with a smile and no clouds in the sky. The sun is shining and I'm feeling good. Stay here forever if only I could. Down by the ocean, down by the ocean. There's a little tiki bar just around the bend, where I fill my heart with a tropical blend and watch the sun go down in a little tiki town. Close your eyes and go down to the ocean, hear what the radio has to play. Just close your eyes and go down to the ocean and let the Tiki Man take you away.
There's a lot of bullshit in Nashville, so I wrote me a bullshit song. Then took all my money, sent my broke ass back home. Told me I'd be rich and famous, it would just take a little time. Well, it's 20 years later, and I ain't got a dime. Cause I bought that bullshit, bullshit, a deal I couldn't refuse. Bullshit, bullshit, I've got the Nashville blues. Yeah, I'm knee deep in bullshit, but I've paid all my dues for that bullshit, bullshit. I've got the Nashville blues. So I bought me a little studio in the middle of town. I'm taking in newcomers from miles and miles around. I tell them they'll be rich and famous, it'll just take a little time. Then I send their ass a packing without a damn dime. Cause they bought that bullshit, bullshit, a deal they couldn't refuse. Bullshit, bullshit, they've got the Nashville blues. Yeah, they're knee deep in bullshit, cause they paid me their dues for that bullshit, bullshit. They've got the Nashville blues. Well, you can't bullshit a bullshitter, you sure can't slick a slick. They'll snatch your money up and send you out of town real quick if you buy that bullshit, bullshit. It's a deal you should refuse. Bullshit, bullshit, you'll have the Nashville blues. You'll be knee deep in bullshit, that's the way you'll pay your dues if you buy that bullshit, bullshit, Nashville blues. Yeah, that bullshit, bullshit, Nashville
trees swaying, the sand and the beach and you. Listening to the waves, spending the day, just us two. Beach chairs out, a blanket and a towel for you and me. Well, there's no doubt that's what it's all about by the sea. The water's blue, a picnic for two, the sun is out. A drink in our hands, our toes in the sand, there's no doubt. There's no better way to get away, the stress is gone. Just sitting here playing this old guitar beach song. Trees swaying, the sand and the beach and you. Listening to the waves, spending the day, just us two. Beach chairs out, a blanket and a towel for you and me. There's no doubt that's what it's all about by the sea. The sun is sinking slowly in the west. We'll go home, tomorrow we'll be back again. Our chairs in the sand, a drink in our hand, you and me. Here in the waves,
Watch it.
soaking up the rays by the sea. Here in the waves, soaking up the rays, you and me.
Mr. Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they were in the studio not too long ago.
They are so fun.
Yeah, he's a lot of
It's a
fun.
ball of energy.
And before that, we had the KB and the Nashville Big Dogs.
They are funny.
I can't imagine why Nashville don't play that song, you know, why they got kicked out of Nashville. But locally, you can, David Brown and the Beaters, they play a lot of gigs.
David
around
Brown, I love David Brown.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, so anyway, speaking of JBL Travel Group, you know, you call it JBL Legends Travel for forever and a day, and now we're trying to rebrand it to that. It's
JBL Travel Group, yeah.
JBL Travel Group. Speaking of which, if I can find it here, let's see here. Well, I'll find it here in a minute. So, when it comes to Thanksgiving, what kind of turkey do y'all? Do y'all bake a turkey or what?
Man, we got a fairly big crew at both places, so there'll be a fried turkey. There'll be an oven-baked turkey, but for me, there's only one way to go, and the smoked turkey.
You like
Smoked turkey to me is the and I like the fried turkey too.
Yeah.
But the smoked turkey is where it's at my house. If
Golden would say that too if he was out there listening. He smokes everything.
yeah,
He even smokes cabbage.
yeah, okay, fair enough. I think, yeah.
He smokes cabbage and puts. He slices a cabbage, and I forget what all he puts in it, but he even puts like he cooks bacon and chops it up and puts it in the cabbage and smokes it, and it is good.
I got a friend that smokes bologna.
Really?
And it's great.
Yeah,
That's
58 Barbecue has a smoked bologna sandwich, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Well, for me, deep frying's the way to go. That's what
He likes deep frying. He does a bunch of them. But we don't, a lot of people will, when they deep fry their turkey, they'll inject it with stuff, different flavor and stuff, and that just takes away from the actual flavor of the turkey. If you just deep fry it, it's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, he loves doing that. He used to do it for everybody. Now I guess it's just gonna be us chickens.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, maybe the kids will show up. Who knows?
Well,
They'll do a drive-by.
When your kids get older and they got kids of their own, they're doing what you were talking about earlier, which is called a drive-by.
Yeah.
We got to go here. We got to go there. They got to have 7 meals in one day.
It's tough.
It is tough.
And it's kind of like, I just got tired of it for Christmas. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna leave your gift cards on the front porch in a box, and if you don't have your name on a gift card, you didn't make the cut this year. Try to do better next year. So I mean, that's all. I mean, not a big fan of Christmas.
He isn't. I put up a tree. He's like, do we have to do that again?
When the kids were little, it was different.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was like
That's
the Clark
what's fun about it,
Griswold
yeah.
of Christmas back then. But after a while, you just kind of get over it. But anyway, the 3rd annual Escape to Paradise. Here you go. Brought to you by JBL Legends Travel.
Back in 2020 when the world shut down, I made a pact to myself that if the world ever opened back up, then we would go somewhere exotic. So I created the Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise, going into its 3rd year now. First year we went to Jamaica. Last year we went to Mexico. That's right, baby. And in 2024, we're going to Dominican Republic. It's a 3rd annual Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise 2024, going to the majestic colonial Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Brought to you by JBL Legends Travel. JBL Legends Travel is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. Always travel with someone you trust. Go over to TikiManRadio.com and click on the banner for the Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise and get signed up today. $100 reserves your room, and you don't have to have it paid for until February. That's the 3rd annual Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise 2024. May the 1st through the 8th. All-inclusive resort, $100 reserves your room. Go over to TikiManRadio.com and get signed up today. Come along and have some fun with us.
That's right. Come along for the ride. Have some fun with us in the Dominican Republic this year. It's going to be a blast. Can't wait to, that lazy river goes all the way through the resort, and I can't wait to get my toes in the sand down in the beach there,
I know.
It's very important.
I've never been to the Dominican Republic, so
Well, there you go.
it'll be fun.
Everything I do is the 1st annual of this, that, and the other.
yeah, it is. It is.
Which we were talking about it earlier, and I've been playing it throughout the show. If you're listening on Tiki Man Radio, Rick the Stick is under the weather right now, so I am setting in for him tonight, doing the best I can. I'm not as good a DJ as Rick the Stick is, but I'm trying my best to do.
I think you're holding your own. You're all right.
I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm
you're
doing all right.
right.
But that convoy to the Keys is a new thing that kind of got started, on the Sunday show a couple of weeks ago. And because for me, have you ever been to Key West?
No.
Never been to Key West.
No, we left Miami and we were headed there, and we didn't make it all the way anyway.
Oh, well.
But it is fun going down from Miami all the way to Key West, but
Yeah.
all those keys in between are just beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
man,
just-
yeah.
They're just beautiful.
Yeah, what we saw was just absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
What is it? About halfway? Are you at Marathon? Is that?
Well,
Yeah,
you look
about
at the
half-
map there.
yeah,
Marathon's halfway.
Yeah, about halfway.
Marathon.
Yeah. No,
And,
we didn't make it to the end.
Yeah, well, and it's beautiful down the Marathon, but we're going to start out. We're going to fly into Miami. Everybody's going to get a
Convertible or something.
And I really want it to be, people that enjoy that drive, have done it before, or people that haven't done it before, because a lot of people just fly into Key West and they never get to see all these keys
Yeah.
going down to Key West. Never cross a 7-mile bridge, all that stuff, So that's another one of our the 1st annual Escape to Paradise 2024 going to the Dominican Republic. Brought to you by JBL Legends Travel. JBL Legends Travel is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. Always travel with someone you trust. Go over to TikiManRadio.com and get signed up today. Come along and have some fun with us.
That's another one of our the 1st annual
Yeah,
Make it some
we'll
good
see if we end up doing that forever, but it is pretty awesome, and we haven't done it in a few years ourselves because we did it when I first started going with you, and we started the Songwriter Showcase, and then for a couple of years, and then we stopped all that and just flew down.
Yeah.
And we've been flying into Key West to do our show, and I really miss that drive.
Yes.
I can bypass the rest of the drive, but from Miami on down is what I really miss.
So what does it take for Miami to get all the way to the end?
Well, you can do it in a day. I mean, it's 139
130 miles? Okay.
Yeah.
You can do it in a day, but what you're doing is missing out on stopping at Isla Mirada and stopping in Key Largo, stopping at the Caribbean Club, where Humphrey Bogart and all of them made the movie, and all that stuff. I mean, there's so much to see, so many things to do, and I always encourage people to take their time, take a couple of days getting down to Key West. The Key West is going to be there when we get there, and enjoy the trip down. So we'll see if we get people to do it. I did get confirmation with Island J that we'll be able to get a T-shirt for that event.
Oh, how fun.
So everybody that does go along will get a T-shirt. It's
That's
another
going to
thing.
be fun.
Yeah, just another thing we're doing.
Yeah, we had a wedding in Miami that we were down there for.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was rough. But anyway, we thought, this is me thinking and not planning, well, hey, let's just drive to Key West. So we left Miami, and I don't remember the time, but there was nowhere near enough time to do what we wanted to do. So we got down so far, and we'd stopped and had lunch, and, then by the time we're like, oh, man, we've still got to go all the way back. And we made the wedding. We were a little late, but made the wedding. So it all worked out. But we did not get to go all the way to Key West.
That's a shame.
Well, you had to go to a wedding, so...
Yeah, I mean, that was the main thing. And we did make most of the wedding.
That's a shame. It's a shame. But
all the keys are beautiful.
Yeah, you really need a couple of days. You really need to take a couple of days and work your way down there. And so we'll figure it out. If we get people that decide to do it or not, I'm going to have to get organized with it to kind of, because we have a hotel in Key Largo that we stay at that goes back to, this looks like something out of the 70s.
Oh, it's so cool. It's like, okay, have you seen all the National Lampoon's vacations, all of them?
Oh, yeah.
You know the one where they're going out west to go to Wally World? You know how they stop at the big ball of whatever, and then they stop at that one place where the teepees, they're all staying. Well,
we're not staying any damn teepees, but
this looks like something like right out of National Lampoon's. It's like all these little cute cabins.
Sunset Cove.
Sunset Cove is what it's called. But then they've got like a dinosaur. It's like almost like a mini golf thing, but there's no golf. It's like a dinosaur and a zebra and just kind of cool.
So they're
weird
all
stuff.
individual buildings.
Yeah, little.
And they're
little
all different
cabins.
color. And
it sounds like the Route 66. It has all the roadside.
Yeah.
The Cadillac Ranch and all that.
Yeah,
Right,
just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny. I love it. It's a great place to stay.
Yeah, so we'll see if some people just may not have the time or they can't do it or whatever. I mean, we'll figure it out. Coming up tonight, coming up here in about an hour or so is the Key West show with Gary Eck live from Key West. And,
That's right.
Here's the rest of the lineup. Here's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Sundays, it's The Big Show. Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time. Streaming live on the Island J live cam from the Chocolate Bar Studios in Harrison Bay. Come over and be part of the show. After The Big Show, it's Tuesday on the Island replay with B-Man and Michelle. Recorded live from Key West. Later that afternoon on Sundays, starting at 5 p.m., it's Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks, sharing the music of his hometown. And later on Sunday, it's the Sound Man from Hell with Gary Eck, the Key West Show, live from Key West. Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m., get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man, live from Crown Point, Indiana. Tuesday at noon, it's Surfs Up with Callie McCool and the student crew. Tiki Man Radio's internship from Antioch High School in California. The kids are learning how to produce and do their own show. Compliments of Tiki Man Radio. It's the Lunchbox Special with Surfs Up every Tuesday at noon Eastern Island Time. Wednesdays, it's Where the Boots Meet the Beach with Tropical Country with B-Dog and Lou. Streaming live on the MFG Tropical Live Cam from the Chocolate Bar Studios from 7 to 9 p.m.
Fridays at noon, it's the local side of Key West with our concierge girl, Kelly, Tiki Man Radio's personal assistant in Key West. You're planning a trip to Key West, make sure you reach out to Kelly. Friday, starting at 8 p.m., it's Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West. Live every Friday, having some fun with their friends and sharing great music. Saturdays, take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings starting at midnight and going to noon. This is where we open up the massive archives of the radio station and take you back to that old shaggin' music. That's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Make sure you tune into all these great shows and keep listening to Tiki Man Radio and have some fun.
When it all goes crazy and the thrill is gone, the days get rainy and the nights get long. When you get that feeling you were born to lose, staring at your ceiling, thinking of your blues. When there's so much trouble that you wanna cry, the world has crumbled and you don't know why. When your hopes are fading and they can't be found, dreams have left you waiting, friends have let you down. Just remember I love you and it'll be alright. Just remember I love you more than I can say. Maybe then your blues will fade away. When you need a lover and you're down so low, you start to wonder but you never know. When it feels like sorrow is your only friend, knowing that tomorrow you'll feel this way again. When the blues come calling at the break of dawn, the rain keeps falling but the rainbow's gone. When you feel like crying but the tears won't come, when your dreams are dying, when you're on the run, just remember I love you and it'll be alright. Just remember I love you more than I can say. Just remember I love you and it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be
Oh, Firefall.
Oh, it's good.
It's a great tune.
That's good, yeah.
You know, that's something I've always loved is a saxophone in a song, you know.
Yes, I love the horns and the woodwinds.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, hopefully Rick the Stick will be feeling better next week.
I hope so. Bless
And,
his heart.
You
Best
guys,
wishes.
yeah, yes, best wishes for sure. I think he will be. He assured me he will be next week, so hopefully everything will be fine. You never know about him. You never know if his eyes are going to fall out or what, you know, because he is the one-eyed bandit.
Yeah.
But he is back home now, so it should be a lot easier for him to get everything done. And
That's right.
we appreciate all the hard work he does, all the DJs, every day of the week around here on Tiki Man Radio. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, though. And we do support the independent artists, just like Ben here. Tell everybody how they can find your music and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so we've upgraded to our first social media.
All
Anyway,
right.
you can find me on Instagram. It's Ben Edwards _7. You can also just Google Sweet Susie Soda Pop. That'll bring up the Spotify, probably YouTube or Pandora, whatever you use. But it's on all the streaming services. But as far as, and I've actually been in talks with Laura Lou about a website. So
she's really good at that.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
She is. She's really good at doing that.
I'm hoping to work with her and get. I mean, you know, I'm 30 years ago. It's a little bit past time. If I want to make music and keep writing songs, which of course I do, you know, there's no reason not to go ahead and get with her and get that website up and running and a little bit more of an online presence.
Yeah.
We've got a friend, Danny Hoy, which I think you've met here before.
Yeah.
She didn't start playing music and singing music and writing music till she turned 40. And
wow, yeah.
She's got a song called Better Late Than Never.
Yeah.
And that's kind of her whole life. It was always, you know, better late than never kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's never too late to chase your dream.
That's a trap, man. So many people fall into that. Oh, well, as soon as this gets done, then I'm going to go do this. But I mean, it's just like with writing the books that you write. I mean, you find a way, and that writing a song's one thing. You know, I mean, what do you need? 2.5, 3 minutes of material?
I don't know. I think it's a God-given gift that songwriters have.
Yeah,
you know?
That's a true gift with songwriters.
See, the books impress me because I feel like you've got grit every day or whatever the time limit is. You can't sit down for 5 minutes and write a book. I mean, that's a commitment. You know,
it is a commitment.
Yeah.
And it's this one's a children's book. I always wanted to write a children's book, but I could never wrap my head around how to do it to where. You know, because you're thinking in the back of your mind, you got to have a lot of graphics and colors and things of that nature. But I gave a couple of people I know that have children that are, you know, 6, 7 years old or whatever, 5, 6 years old, and gave them a manuscript and said, you know, go home and read your kid this, and got a lot of great feedback.
Yeah.
So it's really about the story. If you can pull someone into the story. Maybe they'll listen. I don't think there's anything more important in the world than reading to your kids.
Yeah.
You know, you can never start too early about that.
No, and you know, their minds, I mean, you might look at a kid and think like, what can they get out of this? But it's incredible. My daughter's 9, and seeing how she can take stuff in that I'm thinking is, you know, the way they process things and how quickly their minds can assimilate to any idea. It's like, man, I wish I had some of that. You know, like, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
I know.
Well, my daughter was in the Army, and she joined the Army right after 9/11. And at that time, she's like, listen, Dad, there's this new thing called MySpace.
Oh, I remember MySpace, yeah.
And she said, this is going to be the only way, the quickest way for us to communicate. And at that time, you know, we were going into Iraq and all this stuff. And, you know, she didn't know how, we didn't know, you know, it could be months, you know, or whatever. And sure enough, MySpace was the best way for us to stay in contact with each other. And that was kind of the prelude to Facebook. But MySpace was cool, man. You could have your own music and, you know, all that kind of stuff on there.
I remember I had Jimmy Buffett on my when you opened my MySpace page, it was Jimmy Buffett.
They tried to reboot it a few years back, and they basically pushed it just toward a music type site.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really took. I didn't keep up with it.
I don't know if
but I like the idea.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Well, before I was the Tiki Man, back in those days, I was the Jazz Man.
The Jazz Man.
The Jazz Man. I always, I traveled a lot. I would spend a lot of time down in Mobile and New Orleans and go to Jazz Fest.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, I really loved all
I
this
saw
stuff.
Buffett at Jazz Fest once.
Yeah, he was a big Jazz Fest guy.
Late 90s.
Yeah. He was a big jazz kind of guy. And, of course, that whole New Orleans style type music is fantastic as well. But,
just fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It is fun. Well, Ben, I appreciate you on short notice showing up to work here.
Yes, thank you so much, Ben.
Guys, I've had a blast, man. You call me anytime. If I can ride my bike or walk or whatever, I'll find a way to get here. So I want to say thanks to you for having me.
Yeah.
And, you know, being just a guy that's willing to, you know, play some of my songs. And, you know, you do a lot to bring the arts out, you know, especially local stuff. And so on behalf of all the local artists and artists everywhere whose music you play, man, we just want to say thanks to you for being that kind of a guy.
I appreciate it. You know, and B-Dog, he's been under the weather. He's been in the hospital and whatnot. I think they may reach out to you as well sometime, maybe get you on Tropical Country and talk about music.
I love it.
Because they're doing a fantastic job of getting people in the studio who drive over here from Nashville and do an interview and then drive back, you know.
Yeah.
So
We had one
cool.
guy came all the way from Texas. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That was amazing. I was like, what?
Well, before I leave, too, I want to make sure, you know, Danny Tade, I'm sure he's probably on a boat in the middle of the, middle of the Gulf. But I know he would want to say hey to you guys and send his best wishes.
So he did. Last time you guys were here, he was talking about moving here. So
yeah, it's still a possibility. So he spends so much time offshore that you know, it's communication's always a little tricky with him. But yeah, I think that's still the plan. At least last time I talked to him was probably 2 weeks ago, and that's what he was saying. So he's getting set up for that. We've written a few things together, and I think there's a chance for more of that.
Oh, good.
So yeah, another awesome connection and friendship made here at TikiManRadio.com. So
And,
That's right.
whatever happened with Ken Roberts? What was his name? Remember Ken and his wife were talking about moving to Chattanooga? I think I gave him your number one time.
Oh, Dayglow.
Dayglow Red.
Yeah. You know, they were talking about it, but I haven't heard anything from them.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything in a while. I need to check in with him. But anyway, thank you again. And if you're, we might as well give you a shot for the real estate thing too. So
yeah, sure. Anybody moving to Chattanooga in this area, I'm licensed in Tennessee. I'm licensed in Georgia.
there you go.
So anybody looking to buy or sell a home, real estate is my 9 to 5. Well, 9 to 5 is not fair because real estate happens all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Anybody looking to buy or sell, I'd be more than happy to talk with you. I've been doing real estate for quite a while in one capacity or another, and a lot of experience, and be glad to help out in any way I could.
Well, there's a lot of people in the chat that have been trying to move to Tennessee, like Patty and Rick. They talked about it at one time.
Yeah, and Michelle Myers.
Michelle and Tim Myers, they're all looking for places to. I think they want to. You're licensed in Tennessee. Can you sell up in like Loudoun County and stuff like that?
Yeah, anywhere in Tennessee, anywhere
Okay.
in Georgia. Yeah,
Well, they may be reaching out to you.
be
So
happy to help out any way I can. Yeah.
we got to drum up some business somehow now.
Yeah,
right?
man. Got to feed the babies.
Well, all right, everybody. We appreciate you joining us for Rick the Sticks Hometown Licks, brought to you by JBL Travel Group. If you're going to go anywhere to travel, don't get on the internet and sign up for something with somebody you don't know, okay? If it looks like it's a beautiful place on the internet, it probably is not when you get there. And guess what? You'll never be able to get those people on the phone. Joe will answer the phone and he's not going to send you to a crappy resort, by the way, but he'll always answer the phone when you got problems. 732-831-5200. And we want to thank Ben Edwards. You can reach him out on Spotify. And what's the name of that tune again?
Yeah, Sweet Susie Soda Pop. Anywhere you stream your music, you should be able to search for that and find it, or you can use my name, Ben Edwards.
Well, there you go.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. We appreciate you joining us. Rick will be back
Next week.
And have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy
So long, everybody.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, listen. Almost heaven, West Jamaica. Sure is a mountain shining down the river. All my friends there, holding on those reeds, younger than the mountain, going like a bee. From the road, take me home. You're the place I belong. West Jamaica, my mama, take me home, country home. Now wait a minute. I heard a voice
All right, everybody. That's the. We're going to roll you back to the base if you're listening to us on the radio. And for everybody out in YouTube land, thank you so much for being a part of the show. We'll see you down the road. Have a happy